Good morning, you guys, and welcome to Cup of Joe. I'm your host, Jordy, and today I am joined with
Will.
Oh, yeah, we are very excited to be here. Hopefully, you guys had a great Monday yesterday. It's a MegaSota game day today on this fine Tuesday, and we're going to be streaming to you live all day long on all those brand new Pilot TVs, your Pilot Player Connect app, pilotgames.com/PilotTV, on YouTube Live, and on Twitch. Both of those channel names are MegaSota for you guys.
Oh, yeah, and speaking of those shiny new Pilot TVs, we just sent out a bunch to a ton of new locations over at McHugh's Grill and Bar, Muddy Chicken Burnsville, Muddy Cow Shakopee, Carboni's Pizza and Sports Bar Burnsville, Red Men Club, Flame Bar, Red Fox Tavern, Goodfellas Lakeview, Old Piper in Lakeview, as well as Blasco's Embassy Bar. So congratulations to all those locations, getting all those shiny new Pilot TVs. Wish you guys a little bit of extra luck on all these games of bingo we have ahead of us.
Absolutely. And if you check in on any of our different streaming platforms or send in a player picture in front of one of those brand new Pilot TVs, we'll shoot you out a little bit of extra luck. And so definitely do that all day long, as we got a bunch of reasons for you guys to be checking in. And we got a lot of jackpots for you guys to watch as we get our bingo day started in just about 30 minutes with that Vikings bingo. We have $7,016 on the line. You could take that home in 52 balls or less, and Ian and I are going to be running that from 12 to 1.
Oh, yeah, and going on again from 1 all the way till 4. We've got our Game Day Bingo 50-cent cards. That starts up again for you guys at 4 all the way till 6. You guys want to check out that major. It's starting off at $1,882 at a 49 ball count, meaning it's definitely one you guys want to watch out for.
Oh, absolutely. It's going to be a great one, and there's plenty of opportunities for you to take it home. So make sure you guys are coming out for that Game Day Bingo. And then tonight, there will be some interruptions for your Skull Bingo, but during that 6 to 6:40 and about 8:30 to 10, you guys are going to be trying for that coverall jackpot. In Skull Bingo, it has grown to about $6,601, and it is sitting at 50 balls or less for you guys. You definitely want to check that out.
Oh, yeah, but interrupting those Skull Bingo times, we've got that we've got our MegaSota game night tonight.
That's right.
And at the tail end of that, we've got a Jackpot Jungle Grand Finale. And you guys want to stick around for that because that coverall is at $41,551. And you guys can take that home in 54 balls or less, meaning it should be pretty easy to take. So make sure you guys are checking that out and sticking around for all that MegaSota game night.
Absolutely. But just yesterday, we gave out one jackpot, and that went out to Timmy J. They were playing over at VFW Crystal and just made that jackpot cutoff as they took home $601.
Oh, yeah. Good job to you, Timmy J. But if you guys ever want to stick away from our regularly scheduled bingo, we have a ton of new E-type games you guys can check out, and we just released a new one called Bounty Hunter. You guys can collect lucky horseshoes and try that Bonanza bonus, or even try your luck and pick a lucky door in that saloon door bonus round. It's definitely a lot of fun, and we love that Bounty Hunter theme.
Absolutely. Now, which do you think is your favorite, the Bonanza bonus or the saloon door bonus?
I'm going to go with the saloon door bonus round. It's just, you got the saloon, you got everything you'd want.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
It's definitely a lot of fun, so check that out and let us know which one of those bonus rounds is your favorite as well, as long as you guys get to take home some huge cash prizes too. We are going to be checking into Minnetonka, Minnesota to let you guys know what to expect with the weather today, and it is going to be nice and sunny. That high is looking at about 41 degrees, so it is going to be fairly cold, but at least it won't be any snow flurries. Those winds are going to be going about 10 to 15 miles per hour north to northwest, so that's what you guys should expect during the daytime.
Oh, yeah, but as it moves on throughout the night, it's going to be dropping in temp down to about 24 degrees, so getting down below freezing. Clear. It's going to be clear to partly cloudy with that low of 24, with winds northwest at 5 to 10 miles an hour, but only about a 4% chance of snow, so hey, it's not going to be too bad.
Those definitely have a little bit of fun out there today before the snow officially hits. I know yesterday we just got hit with our first flurries. It definitely caught us all off guard.
Oh, yeah, Ian was he tapped me on the shoulder. He was like, look. It's disgusting. And I was like, I looked outside. I saw it was like fat snowflakes too.
It felt like hail coming down. When I got out of my class and had to walk to my car, I had no idea what I was walking into until I got to those doors, and I almost didn't go outside.
Oh, yeah, that's how it is. It's always the worst when you're not expecting it to be like snow or not expecting your window to freeze over and you don't have the scraper.
I didn't, and I was just like, what do I do? So I sat in my car for a little bit, warmed it up. Thankfully, it was just flurries, and so nothing was sticking or freezing to my windshield just quite yet. But because the inside of my car was so warm still with that sudden change in temperature, the entire thing just fogged up.
Oh, man, every time.
Every time. But that's all right. If you guys want to escape the coldness, you guys have a lot of reasons to be coming out to a local bar or restaurant near you and playing some Pilot games. Like we said earlier, starting at 12 p.m., it's our first bingo day of the game, and that's our Vikings bingo. We're going to be running that all the way till 1 p.m., and during those 10 games, you guys are going to be trying to take home over $7,000. It's always going to be taken home in 52 balls or less. And while you guys are going to be trying to take home that cash prize, there's also a line and large M prize to go after as well. And whatever prize you take home, if you're winning, you're taking home points towards the Twiking zone. Those are the standings that you guys compete for, whether you're playing our Vikings bingo or the other half of the year, our Twins bingo.
Oh yeah, and these player standings are filled with a bunch of close races and a switch up. And starting us off in 10th place on these player standings, we got T-Bone over at Poppers, the only player outside of that 100,000 point club with 99,000 points. In 9th place, we got Red over at American Legion Fridley with 104,000 points. Shortly ahead in 8th place, we got Kirby over at VFW Blaine with 105,000 points. In 7th place, we got Caribou over at Cooper's Restaurant with 122,000 points. And in 6th place, we got Tez over at Poppers with 139,000 points.
Yeah, that's some definitely close-knit stuff happening there. Who do you think is going to be coming out, Red, or do you think Kirby is going to be holding on to that leading spot?
I want to pick my favorite pink ball. I'm going to go with Kirby.
All right. I think Red is actually going to be the one to get some wins today, potentially, and pass them up. It will take a little bit of a push if they want to rival that 7th place or even 6th place player, Caribou or Tez, as there is a little bit of a jump between them, but it is not out of the realm of possibility as we still have quite a bit of this season 12 still. I'm still looking for that 10th place player, though, T-Bone over at Poppers, to get in that 100,000 point club.
Oh, yeah. We just want to see him get that one win he needs to see that happen.
All he needs, and he can make it happen in a single lunchtime, so make sure, T-Bone, you're coming out for that Vikings bingo. But in the top half of our standings, that's where those shakeups happened. But staying in the same spot in 5th place, we have Loser Dave playing at VFW Spring Lake Park with 202,000 points. Only 1,000 points ahead of him, though, in 4th place, we have Sin Bob over at Corky's Bar South Haven, and they have 203,000. Now, here's where the shakeup happened. We had a tie in 2nd, getting broken up. Now, into 3rd place, we have Nan over at Corky's Bar South Haven with 219,000 points, but just 1,000 points separating them. In 2nd place, it is Scrub Eye playing at VFW Blaine with 220,000. These are top 4 players, super tight-knit, but our number 1 player is running away with it right now. It is Mikey Wins playing at American Legion Brooklyn Center, and they sit with 275,000 points right now.
Oh, yeah, me and Ian saw Mikey Wins getting a ton of wins yesterday, just racking up those points.
Yeah, it's almost like his name, it sets it into motion. He does, in fact, win. Nicely done, Mikey, holding on to that number 1 spot. But on the location side of things, there were a few less shakeups, and starting it off in 10th place, we still have Halfley's Bar in Richmond as they sit with 111,000 points. Next up in 9th place, it's Miniger Sports Hub in La Crescent. They sit with 123,000. Then with 132,000 in 8th place, it's Steve-O's at Crystal, the usual location that Mikey Wins plays at.
Oh, yeah, but starting off in these switch-ups, we got 5th place, previously in 6th, our place on 3rd and Faribault, with 246,000 points, getting it tied up with previously holding it on their own in 5th, VFW Blaine, tying it up with 246,000 points. In 4th place, we got Poppers in Virginia with 361,000 points in a point club all on their own. In 3rd place, we got Corky's Bar in South Haven with 412,000 points. In 2nd, it's American Legion Fridley with 473,000 points, but with over a 100,000 point lead. In 1st place, we have VFW Spring Lake Park with a whopping 582,000 points.
That is insanity. What do you think their point total will end up as for season 12?
I think we might be seeing upwards towards like 700,000.
700,000?
Yeah, maybe
All
actually 800.
I was going to say, I think even higher. I think that is definitely possible. So we're going to be keeping our eye out for them. And if you want to help any of our locations get those points, make sure you guys are playing at those spots during that lunchtime show. But we were talking about our e-tabs we offer earlier today, and the latest one was that Bounty Hunter. It's been out for almost a month now, and you guys seem to love it, so definitely go check it out. But if that doesn't seem up to your speed, we have over 70 different charitable e-tab games that you guys can choose to play at any time. All of them have 85% payout and huge prizes up to $1,500. They even have small bets between 50 cents and $5, awesome bonus rounds, as well as free play rounds that you can win too.
Oh, yeah, but if you guys do want to stick to our regularly scheduled bingo, right after our Vikings bingo, that runs from 12 all the way till 1 o'clock, we've got our game day bingo 50-cent cards you guys definitely want to stick around for. They run from 1 all the way till 4. That minor is starting off the day at $33.01. You guys can take that home in 52 balls or less. Not to worry if it doesn't go out in that round. It will be clicking up in ball count each and every game by 2 balls. We also have that major that's starting off at $1,882. You can take home in 49 balls or less. And that mega jackpot starting off the day at $10,261. And you can take that home in 46 balls or less.
Absolutely. Those are some great prizes, and whatever they grow to at the end of that 4 p.m. span, that's what they will pick right back up for our happy hour show. Right at 4 p.m., we jump right into that game of Lucky 4 Bingo. We have $41,515 on the line, and we're going to be back live with you guys for those 2 hours. Well, we'll finish off at 6 p.m. with that second round of Lucky 4 Bingo. But during those 2 hours, we'll also have 23 games of the Game Day Bingo. They're 50-cent cards like always. And like I was saying, whatever they grow to at the end of that 1 to 4 span, they pick right back up as it for you guys to continue playing. As well as when you guys play from 4 to 6, no matter what you're playing during our happy hour stream, you guys are taking home points towards our happy hour standings. Now, we have not updated them in the last couple weeks, but as soon as we do, we will let you guys know, and we will have all the shakeups to discuss. But as it sits, I'll let you take the player side away.
Oh yeah, starting us off in 10th place, we had a 3-way tie between Wolfstein over at Carboni's Pizza CR Billiards, Crazy Kid over at the Tasty Pizza Hangar 45, and Jay Surma over at Grumpy's Bar and Grill Roseville. They were all tied with 10,000 points. In 7th place, we had another 3-way tie between Dustball 75 over at Charlie's Sports Bar and Grill, Tesla over at Friends Bar and Restaurant, and Kirby over at American Legion Fridley, all tied with 11,000 points. In 6th place was Lucky Ride over at South Street Saloon with 12,000 points. 5th was Chica over at William McCoy's of Andover with 13,000 points. With 15,000 points in 4th place, we had Billany over at VFW Blaine. In 3rd, we had O'Lars over at Onamia Vets Club with 17,000 points. In 2nd was Brother Nate over at Carboni's Pizza and Sports Bar Burnsville with 20,000 points. And in 1st place was Funk over at Carboni's Pizza CR Billiards with 38,000 points.
Absolutely. That is some exciting stuff. But on the location side of things, in 10th place, we got the Dugout Bar and Grill in Bethel. They sit with 16,000 points. Then in 8th, we have a tie between the Barrel House Bar and Cafe in Coon Rapids and Willie McCoy's of Andovers. They both sit with 17,000. Then with 19,000 in 7th place, we get Carboni's Pizza and Sports Bar Burnsville. 6th place, it's VFW Blaine sitting with 23,000. Then with 26,000 in 5th place, it's the Tasty Pizza Hangar 45 in Hilltop. Then in 4th, it's American Legion Fridley. They sit with 33,000. Then with 44,000 in 3rd place, it is VFW Spring Lake Park. 2nd place is Onamia Vets Club as they sit with 46,000. And in 1st place, it is Carboni's Pizza CR Billiards in Coon Rapids with 80,000 points.
Oh yeah, but right after our happy hour ends off with that last game of Lucky 4 Bingo right at 6 o'clock. Tonight you guys will be getting into some Skull Bingo $1 cards running from 6 all the way till 6:40 and again from 8:30 all the way till 10. During those times, you guys will be going after a line prize starting off the day at $86. It's always at that 10-ball count. That large frame prize starting off the day at $1,369. You guys can always take home in 43 balls or less. And that coverall prize starting the day off at $6,601. And as always, you can take that home in 50 balls or less. But during those interruptions, in between those times, starting off at 6:40, we have MegaSota game night. That starts off for you guys at 6:40 every single Tuesday, with Tony and Nikki taking the helm when you guys through a ton of PGL action, all the way up until their Jackpot Jungle Grand Finale. We're in 54 balls or less. You guys can take home a whopping $41,551. Definitely something you guys want to stick around for tonight.
Oh, absolutely. And then tomorrow we have our next specialty night, and that is a Wild Wednesday. That is super exciting. We are officially making the switch, what we love to see, and it's happening tomorrow at 7, going all the way till 9 p.m. And so make sure you guys come out for Wild Wednesdays each and every Wednesday, where we got Ian and Will taking on over the Ice Studio, trying to give out those jackpots and PGL points. And stick around, because at the end of their night, they got 2 rounds of Wipeout Blackout to give out some great cash to you guys.
Oh, yeah, it's definitely one to check out, especially if you're missing that sun and the sand. But also throughout our week, we have our Vikings Games Days. You guys can check that out Sunday at noon. Definitely one to check out to, keep up on those PGL points.
Oh, absolutely. It's a lot of fun. And if you want to earn any of the PGL points that are awarded on any 3 nights, then make sure you head over to pgl.world and sign up. Once you're a member of the Pilot Gambling League, you'll be able to earn those PGL points as well as get access to insider information like that monthly newsletter we send out. It's a great resource to utilize, and you get an extra little bit of luck once you sign up, because we highlight you guys as well.
Oh yeah, we had a couple players that did just that. And starting us off, we got Blue Frog 12, Pink Fly 123, Fred Trisha by Palumbo, Andrew Scar, Sparky File, Gina 1440. We got B Santer 34, Midnight, Kate, Sham, JLP, as well as Peterson 27. So congratulations to all of those players getting signed up at the PGL. We wish you guys a little bit of extra luck on these PGL standings.
Oh, absolutely. We love seeing all the players who sign up and compete each and every week for these PGL standings. But we've had players competing all season long, 12 so far. And so sitting in our player standings, there wasn't any shakeups to discuss because we haven't had our PGL nights until what is going to be happening tonight, and we'll come in and see those shakeups. But as it sits, I'll let you take the tail end of our player side.
Oh yeah, kicking us off in 10th place, we got Panda over at the roadside with 654,680 points. 9th place, we got Keith over at Billy's Rockford with 710,940 points. In 8th place, we got Sarah Honey over at VFW Austin with 750,510 points. In 7th place, it was Nixon over at VFW Roseville with 760,960 points. And in 6th place, it was Chapster over at Moe's, currently sitting with 789,500 points.
Absolutely. And then getting into our top 5, we sit in 5th place with longtime player Brizo. They play at the Underground Bar and Grill and sit with 791,010 points. 4th place, it's Bergar, playing at Southtown Lanes, sitting with 827,620 points. With 843,150 points in 3rd place, we have Sloppy playing at Malone's Bar and Grill. 2nd place, it's Devoided at the roadside with 853,885 points. And leading the pack right now in a league of their own, it is Forget UD playing at VFW Austin with 1,233,375 points. Do you think of any crazy shakeups you think will happen after tonight or tomorrow?
I think we might be seeing the close race between Chapster and Brizo might either turn into possibly a tie, or we might see Brizo running away with it and just pushing away from that close-knit race with Chapster.
Absolutely. I mean, it is almost impossible to get a down-to-the-T tie in our PGL standings. We have had almost virtual ties many times before, and they are almost in one right now, sitting with just about 500 points separating them. And so that is some big-time stuff. Definitely keeping our eye on the middle of the pack right there. Other than that, we have an entirety of 9th all the way through pretty much 6th. They're all within that couple 60,000 point marker range that is easily awarded within a PGL night. And so that is something super exciting to look out for, as we have all these players competing just to stay in our top 10s, as we've seen earlier, a bunch of them getting pushed out.
Oh, yeah.
And so definitely something to keep our eye on. Any of our top 3 players you're looking out for?
I'm going to be looking out for that race between Sloppy and Devoided as well. That's only about 10,000 points between them. And we see Sloppy out there all the time as well as Devoided. So it could be that one could either go either way.
Absolutely. I'm just excited to see more players other than Forget UD get in the 1 million point club.
Oh, yeah.
And so we got Devoided as our next closest. We'll see if any of our players are able to make it in that point club this week or potentially next week. In our location side of things, though, in 10th place, getting pushed back from 9th, it's the Cabin Bar in Nicolette. They sit with 2,144,015 points. The location that did the pushing, jumping up from 10th into 9th now, it's the Corner Bar and Grill Winstead. They sit with 2,218,000. We had some more shakeups happening there, as well as our 8th place location jumped all the way up to 6th, as LJ's in Miltona now sits with 2,254,000, pushing back the Friendly Buffalo from 6th to 7th, and VFW Austin from 7th to 8th.
Oh, yeah, but starting us off in 5th place, we got Corner Pocket and Rice sitting with 2,256,000 points. 4th is Mabel Liquor Store with 2,613,000 points. In 3rd place, previously in 2nd getting pushed back, it's VFW Northfield with 2,751,000 points. 2nd place, previously in 3rd, pushed them back, it's Poppers in Virginia with 2,975,000 points. And in 1st place, the only location in that 3 million point club, it's Howie Sports Bar and Grill in St. Cloud with 3,675,000 points.
Absolutely. But if you guys want to stay in the know about anything happening with Pilot Games, you need to head over to our Facebook page. Once you search up Pilot Games and give us a like and follow, you'll be able to keep up with all of our weekly bingo schedules, event details, big progressives, player pictures, and utilize that link tree. It's got direct links to social medias, pgl.world, streaming platforms, as well as all the locations where you guys can play Pilot Games.
Oh, yeah, but it is officially the end of our broadcast, and we just have about 10 minutes left until you guys are getting enrolled in some of that Vikings bingo. But we do have a player spotlight for you guys, and we're currently spotlighting Julie Y, who's playing over at the Rockin' A, when they took home $46,954. and everyone who plays over at the Rockin' A supports the awesome charity, the Night Riders Snowmobile Club. Their mission statement is to promote lawful and safe practice of our sport no matter where you ride. We hope our dedication to the sport of snowmobiling influences others to act responsibly and to join a snowmobile club. Definitely some important stuff to keep you guys safe, especially as winter is coming up. So make sure you guys know that whenever you guys play pilot games, your community wins.
See you guys in 10.
Hey guys, and we are here for a little bit of Vikings bingo. We got a great prize on the line as we got $7,080 of total prizes in just 20 seconds to get into the game. And all 10 of these games are going to be streamed live to you guys on the Pilot TV, Player Connect app, pilotgames.com/PilotTV, YouTube Live, as well as the Twitch app. Our channel name is MegaSota on both YouTube Live and Twitch, so make sure you guys are checking in on those, and we'll shoot you out some luck.
Absolutely, and definitely check in on all the different streaming platforms, and if you find yourself at a location like McHugh's Grill and Bar, the Muddy Chicken Burnsville, the Muddy Cow Shakopee, Carboni's Pizza and Sports Bar Burnsville, the Red Men Club, Flame Bar, Red Fox Tavern, Goodfellas Lakeville, Old Piper Inn Lakeville, or even Blasco's Embassy Bar, those are the latest locations getting Pilot TVs unwrapped and installed, so take a player picture in front of them and send them our way, and we'll shoot you out a little bit extra luck.
Yeah, we'd love to see those player pictures. But we've given out quite a few jackpots, which are definitely worth player pictures. Jackpots for sure.
Absolutely.
We want to see player pictures of that. And we've given out 22 of those jackpots over the last 7 days and 345 of those jackpots during this season 12. Before we get into the singular jackpot that went out yesterday, we do have a winner on this one.
That's right. MJ23 over at VFW Crystal is taking home that $6 line prize. Now we're working on a $6 large M, and we have $7,051 on the jackpot.
It must be a either Michael Jordan or a big Michael Jordan fan, as MJ wore 23.
Yeah, I know that.
Yeah, I figured you would, since it's very common knowledge that your 23rd birthday is your Jordan year. And so, like, I've heard it's kind of like the Swift. You got your Swift year. What's that? 22.
Yeah.
And then Michael, your Jordan year is 23. Is there another one that's like
that
that references to?
I don't really pay it. I see, like, I don't like the Taylor Swift one. And
yeah,
stuff,
I don't like either of them, to be
can't.
honest. But I like knowing what they are, to be honest, just because it's fun and it's
yeah, I can't think of anything
entertaining
else.
enough. And I like annoying my friends, saying like, "Oh, it's your Jordan year," and because everyone tells them it's their Jordan year, they're like, "Just shut up about it." And
that's how I felt when I turned 22. I told my best friend, I was like, "You are going to be asked to leave if you play Taylor Swift."
Oh my gosh, I was like, play Taylor Swift on my 22nd. Like, I need some Swiftie in my 22nd birthday. It's my 22nd. I turned 22.
Were you feeling it?
Yeah, I was feeling 22. We do have to talk about the jackpots, though. I hinted at one. And again, before we talk about that jackpot, we have another win going out. Large M going out to Gino56 over at Carboni's Pizza. CR Bizarre. It's taking home $6 as we have one ball to give out this $7,000 jackpot, and it doesn't look like it's going out. And we're moving on to a $9 must go. But the jackpot that went out yesterday, it went out to Timmy J over at VFW Crystal, taking home $601.
Just making that jackpot cut off.
Yeah, definitely some awesome stuff going out there. And we have awesome bingo all throughout today. But if you don't want to try out our live bingo, check out our e-tabs. We have a bunch of different e-tabs, and the newest one is Bounty Hunter. You guys can collect up lucky horseshoes in the Bonanza bonus, or try your luck in picking a lucky door in the Saloon door bonus. It's a bunch of great stuff. We do have a winner, though.
That's right. Yo-Yo over at Halfley's Bar is taking home $9 on that must-go prize. This was game number 1. We're about to be enrolled in a game number 2 with that jackpot moving and grooving on over to the this next round.
Did you have the yo-yo guy come to your school?
No, we've talked about this.
I always ask because it's such a big, it's a core memory from my childhood of when I got introduced to the toy of the yo-yo by this yo-yo guy that came to a bunch of different schools.
The yo-yo master?
Yeah, he's the yo-yo master. He came to a bunch of different schools and he gave out a bunch of like free cheap yo-yos. And then I ended up, after that buying my own yo-yos and everything like that and learning a bunch of different tricks, getting books on how to do a bunch of different tricks, and it, caused a whole love for yo-yos. So,
I bet.
The fact that you didn't have that,
I feel like I missed out.
That's what I feel like as well. You just missed out on a great event.
That's all right.
Yeah, I mean, I guess probably I don't see yo-yoing being a huge thing for you.
No, it probably wouldn't have been.
No, but you may find yo-yo videos on your Facebook page, and that's the only way I could transition to that. We have Pilot Games on Facebook, and all you gotta do is search up Pilot Games on that search bar, and you'll see our logo. Click on that, and you'll see weekly bingo schedules, event details, and reminders, big progressives, player pictures, and so much more. You can also click the website link on our Facebook page, which is our link tree. It has links to bar locations, socials, pgl.world, and so much more. It's an awesome place to just be in touch with everything Pilot Games.
Oh, absolutely. You guys should definitely go check that out. That way you can stay in the know about everything we have going on with us. But if you guys didn't know, we run through our bingo schedule with you guys as well. And each and every day, Monday through Friday at 11:30, we get our day started off with a cup of joe. And I'm not just talking about the coffee. I'm talking about the 20-minute segment where we go over where all the big shakeups happen with the day previous, as well as where you can catch all the big money amounts for the day upcoming. But if you missed out on that, don't worry. We're going to run through the entirety of our bingo schedule for you guys right now.
Oh, yeah, because 7 days a week we do this live bingo, and it starts off with Vikings bingo from 12 all the way till 1. You're in it right now, and we'll be playing these games till 1 p.m. We are going after a $7,000 jackpot in this game right here. But after we leave off on Vikings bingo and head over to our game day bingo games, we'll be getting into some more great prizes, as that game day 50-cent card edition is run from 1 all the way till 4 o'clock unhosted, as we got a mega prize of $10,261 you take home in 46 balls or less, just clicked up during last night's happy hour. That major prize is at $1,882. That also clicked up during last night's happy hour, and then that minor prize is at $33. You can win it in 52 balls or less, and that's just already a head start on that minor prize, as it goes out so quickly, because every game it clicks up 2 balls, making it very, very doable. As soon as it hits that like 56 ball mark, it starts to become like, when is this gonna go out?
Oh, absolutely. You guys definitely need to check that out from 1 to 4, and then whatever they leave off at 4 p.m., you'll pick right back up with them at 4 for our happy hour show. As a 2-hour stream where we're back live with you guys, and we start off with 1 round of Lucky 4 bingo right at 4. We have $41,515 on the line. You guys should definitely try and take that home, and if it can't go out at 4 p.m., after 23 more games of game day bingo, where whatever those progressives lay off at the end of that 4 p.m., that's what you'll play through for the next 2 hours. We have 1 more round of Lucky 4 bingo right at 6 p.m., and you guys will have another opportunity at that great jackpot.
Yeah, it should be some really, really good stuff during that happy hour, and that leads you right into the Skull bingo that usually runs from 6 all the way till 10. You'll be going after a coverall of $6,601, 50 balls or less to win that one. A large frame of $1,369 you take home in 43 balls or less, and a line prize of $86 you could take home in 10 balls or less. But that normal Skull bingo time 6 to 10 is going to be interrupted tonight with one of those PGL nights. But before we get into that PGL night action, we do have a winner.
That's right. Nan over at Corky's Bar in South Haven is taking home $10 on that line prize. Nicely done. Now we're working on a $10 large M and a $7,104 jackpot.
A much needed win for Nan in those Twiking Zone standings.
Just tied it right back up.
Yeah, doing some really big stuff. But we'll talk about the Twiking Zone standings later on in the broadcast. So Nan, make sure you're staying tuned for that. But we were talking about PGL nights, and the first one of the week is happening tonight, as we got a MegaSota game night, and that starts at 6:40 every single Tuesday. Tony and Nikki bring a bunch of great game action, giving out a bunch of PGL points as well as some prizes, like a grand finale of Jackpot Jungle that you guys could take home $41,551 if you take it home in 54 balls or less. Yeah, that's a great jackpot. So good that it even got into the highlight jackpot list for your Cup of Joe broadcast.
That's right, it was. And so make sure you guys are coming out for that MegaSota game night tomorrow. The next
Tonight.
tonight. And then the next special night that you guys can check out is tomorrow, and that is our Wild Wednesday. It happens each and every Wednesday from 7 p.m. till 9 p.m. And it's a great time for Ian and Will to come on out and to give out those PGL points and jackpots along the way. And stick around, because at the end of their night, they got 2 rounds of Wipeout Blackout to try and give out some huge jackpots to you guys.
Yeah, it's definitely a great time. So make sure you guys are coming out tomorrow night for our first Wild Wednesday of the season. But as you guys got balls dropping in this game number 2 of Vikings Bingo, we're going to get into some national days. But want to check in a little bit more on this game, as we did click past that coverall to a $15 must-go coverall, meaning that these prizes should go out relatively quickly. We got a bunch of players 1 ball away, like Mad Dog, big-time player.
There it is. We got our large M winner, Lucky Tim over at Lakefront Bar, taking home the large M, $10 going out to you. And now we got $15 on that must-go prize, trying to give it out. And there it is. We got Super Dave himself over at Lisa's Place, taking home $15. Nicely done to all of our winners in this game number 2. And so we are about to be enrolled in a game number 3.
Yeah, it should be some really fun stuff. Good job, Super Dave, getting the win on that one. The alter ego, I guess, of Loser Dave, getting the win. Awesome stuff. Is Loser Dave the Clark Kent to Super Dave?
I was just thinking that, yeah.
That's what I would think. You know,
just his normal alias.
It's the alter ego. You know? Great stuff there.
Tried to avoid suspicion.
Exactly. You know, just like Superman, you throw on some glasses and no one will know it's you. But we do have some national days to get into, as the first one is a widely popular one, International Legging Day. Get geared up for International Legging Day every October 18th. Although it's a year-round staple, when temps drop in the fall, it's officially legging season.
Absolutely.
Yeah, leggings are so popular in the fall time. It's comfy as sweatpants. It works a lot. It's full coverage, which is you need in the winter time, because you can't have those knees exposed.
They are making fleece-lined leggings now.
Really? So like warm gear leggings for you guys who are in the snow all the time, because leggings, they're great for keeping you warm, but not necessarily the best when it's super windy and stuff like that.
No, they are very thin, and so a lot of people wear leggings underneath their jeans in the winter.
Yes, I'll see that happen a lot.
They even made a pair of tights now. I know it's National Leggings Day, but they made a pair of tights that still looks like the sheer black tights that you can see the skin through, you know? But it's not. It's actually fully lined, and it's fleece lined, and it just looks like it's your natural leg as well.
That is really cool, because, you know, it doesn't necessarily, because it's covered by black, so you don't ever see the skin tone
underneath,
or anything
and
like
so
that.
they just have a plain panel of beige fabric lined with fleece, and so you're nice and warm, but still have the appearance of that sheer black tight.
So and that's probably closer to a legging than a tight, isn't it? Like, because tights are normally so thin that it's see-through.
Tights they count because they have the foot included.
Oh, that's the difference between the tight and the legging?
That's what I consider it, at least. Anything with the ankle cut off is a legging, and anything with the foot in it is a tight.
Is every yoga pant a legging, but not every legging a yoga pant?
Every legging is a yoga pant, but not all yoga pants are leggings, because the wide leg ones are not considered leggings.
Yes. Okay, that's what I was trying to get at.
Yeah.
Was
those
that,
are considered yoga
that
pants.
all yoga pants are leggings?
No,
though.
all leggings are yoga pants.
No, because leggings have closed bottoms at times, and those aren't yoga pants.
Yes, they are. They are still considered yoga pants, but not all yoga pants are leggings, because they can have the tight bottom.
So
but
the flared bottom is
not a legging.
Is not
They're yoga
legging.
pants.
Oh, I would assume that was legging,
No.
and that it would have been reversed to that.
Yeah.
That makes way less sense to me in it. So, you know, I'm just going to remain confused, because
Okay.
I don't have to deal with it, because
No.
I don't wear leggings. I did wear leggings at one point, though.
Those are like compression pants, though.
Yeah, but they were called leggings.
Yeah.
And they were great for sports, especially living in the Midwest, where it's cold a
Yeah.
lot of the time. Those were lifesavers when playing football and track outside.
Especially someone like you who gets very easily cold.
Oh my goodness, track I probably appreciated more than any other sport, because track you sit around for so long. In the beginning of season, you get so cold, all those muscles are all so cramped up. You'd get out running and it would be just terrible. So having those leggings were always a lifesaver when it came to track.
Absolutely. Well, happy International Leggings Day. Today is this day to celebrate, so if you guys want to wear a pair of leggings, put them on.
Yeah, we do have puts over at Main Street Pub taking home that $12 line prize, as we're now working on a $12 large M, as well as that $7,167 coverall jackpot.
Absolutely. And our next national day is National Exascale Day. On October 18th, National Exascale Day celebrates the scientists and researchers who made breakthrough discoveries in medicine, material science, energy, and beyond with the help of some of the fastest supercomputers in the world. And I think it has something to do with the digits 1018, and that's why it's celebrated on 1018.
Yeah, let's find out a little bit more about what exascale. It's a computing system referred to. It's capable of calculating at least 1018 IEE 754 double precision operations per second.
Yes.
So 1018 is why they have it. That's cool.
And this is the 4th time celebrating it only. This is only 4 years
Really?
old, and the exascale computing will transform our ability to solve some of the world's most difficult and important problems. The U.S. Department of Energy's, the DOE, the Oak Ridge National Laboratory, and they are all celebrating today as their 4th National Exascale Day.
Yeah, it will be used to help build future fusion power plants. They will power new studies of a universe, from particle physics to formation of stars. And these computers will help ensure safety and security of the United States by supporting tasks such as maintenance of our nuclear deterrence.
Yeah, this is very, very new. This is very fresh. We do have our winner, though.
Yeah, Stoli as well as Susie Q. Stoli over at VFW Shakopee and Susie Q over at Broadway Pizza Coon Rapids, splitting up $12 on that large M, as we did click past that coverall to an $18 must-go prize, and we already got it going out.
That's right. Mojo Mom over at Rendezvous is taking home $18. Nicely done in this game number 3. We're about to be enrolled in a game number 4. And yeah, even though we've been celebrating the idea of what the exascale computer can do, it wasn't until just last year that the first world's exascale supercomputer was built.
Wow. So it really didn't get discovered till 4 years ago, and then it wasn't actually built until...
Yeah, this first exascale supercomputer was set up in 2021, and it was done by China. It wasn't even done by us.
That is crazy.
Yeah.
Awesome stuff. Well, I can't wait to see the progression in computer science.
It
with
performs
that.
a billion operations per second.
That is crazy. What does the average computer operations per second?
Oh, a lot less. I'm not too sure. I know that that Oak Ridge National Laboratory, the organization I was discussing earlier, they are the company that made the world's most powerful computer ever, called the Frontier.
Okay, so let's find what does the average computer...
So it looks like anywhere less than 1 million operations a second.
Yeah, is the average. And what did they say that?
A billion.
A billion. So, I mean...
A billion.
Oh, a billion.
2 billions.
Oh.
Like, they cannot actually use the term for it because there isn't a term for that number of operations.
Oh, so it's a billion of a billion operations. Is that what
billion operations.
Wow. Wow.
It's an unfathomable number.
That is ridiculous. I would love to see that number written out. That's got to be a crazy, crazy number that takes up about 2 pages.
Okay. So 9 zeros is a billion. It would be 18 zeros.
18 zeros. That's crazy. That is huge. Awesome stuff. Well, happy National Exascale Day. Definitely cool to see what is going to be happening with that in the future. But our final one is a super tasty one that you could definitely sink your teeth into. It's National Chocolate Cupcake Day. National Chocolate Cupcake Day on October 18th annually celebrates the sweetness and small chocolate cake with...
A dollop.
A dollop of frosting. One sweet serving satisfies chocolate and cake lovers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I don't know if one sweet serving would satisfy.
Really, you're not a one cupcake kind of gal. You're two cupcakes.
Maybe a 2 cupcake.
You're a two cupcake kind of gal. See, I
It
love
depends on the cupcake.
I love the little mini cupcakes.
Yeah, I agree.
Those are some of my favorite cupcakes because you can have like 4 of them and you
and
don't
not feel guilty
and you
because
don't
it
feel
still
bad.
doesn't make up a full cupcake yet.
Exactly. And I feel like I've had more, and so then I end up eating less. And
yes.
it's a great way to, hold myself back from eating like 4 cupcakes, just regular size.
Regular size cupcakes.
Exactly.
But okay, would you say that the chocolate cupcake is your favorite?
Ooh, probably I would say the chocolate cupcake because I feel like that's when you get a nice like moist chocolate like
Chocolate cupcakes are my favorite.
chocolate cupcake, that's got to be the best. Throwing the
100%.
chocolate icing on top of it
Oh,
too.
so good.
So tasty.
I know all of my friends growing up, whenever they brought in the cases of the cupcakes with the chocolates and the vanillas all scattered throughout, everybody always wanted the vanillas. And I was like, you guys are crazy.
You're like, take the chocolate.
More for me.
Yeah, I was always a chocolate guy. And you want to tell you what the benefit of being a chocolate guy is? Sometimes you'd get 2 cupcakes.
I know, because everyone wanted the vanilla as a kid.
Yeah, and then they would have an extra chocolate, and they'd be like, who wants a chocolate? And people would be like, do you have a vanilla? And then you'd be like, no, we don't have vanilla. And you'd be like, I definitely want that chocolate.
Chocolate cake is better than vanilla cake.
I agree. I totally agree with that.
100%.
Easy decision right there. Well, happy National Chocolate Cupcake Day. Definitely enjoy on today, as cupcakes are so good. I'm not a huge cake guy, though. So, like, if I was choosing between any dessert, like, cupcakes are over regular cake,
Yes.
but they're below a lot of other desserts.
Absolutely, I agree. But we do have some winners as Nan over at Corky's Bar and Gino56 at Carboni's Pizza, Scrub Eye at American Legion Fridley. All 3 of them are splitting up that $11 line prize. Nicely done. Now we're working on an $11 large M, and we have $7,227 on that jackpot. I would have to agree, though. It's definitely better than cakes. I like where cakes sit, though, right now, though, because I don't have them often. It's only for special occasions, and I like that. I like the kind of having to have an
once in a
occasion.
while.
You have to have an occasion to have cake.
I agree with that. I like that much better. It's like I'm not going to birthday parties all the time now.
No,
and stuff like
even
that.
holiday parties and things of that sort. There's a lot less cake than there was when we were kids.
Yes.
And so it's definitely, I like how like sporadic I get to have it. There's
like
definitely
3 or 4 times a year just
but
having
see,
cake.
like a brownie, I could have like 3 to 4 times a week.
I completely agree. Completely agree. A cookie cake is always what I wanted for a birthday cake. It was so tasty.
I always wanted ice cream cakes.
Oh, those are always
The DQ ice cream cake is like my top tier.
Really?
Number 1 cake choice of all time.
Really? And my favorite is
I've asked for it for my birthday the last like 6 years.
is my mom. She makes something that she calls the bowl of deliciousness.
Oh, is that her trifle thing?
Yeah, it's like a big stacked cake, and she would put like all sorts of different things in it, and would test out a bunch of different layers, and it was
Cookies, fudge,
so
whatever.
tasty, and that was always my favorite birthday dessert.
Oh, I bet. It's just a big bowl of sugar. It's
Of
deliciousness.
It's what the name says. It's a bowl of
It's
deliciousness.
right there, right in the name.
We do have a winner though.
That's right, Boozer Dave over at VFW Spring Lake Park is taking home that $11 large M. We moved past that jackpot. We got $17 on that coverall now with Unluck Me One ball away.
Yeah, we'll see if they can get the win on that $17. But as we are working on that, oh, there it is. Tez over at Poppers, as well as Nansel, splitting up that $17 Musco coverall prize.
Oh, it's T-Bone in 10th place. I thought Tez finally got their point.
No,
they needed.
Tez is already in the 100,000 point club. T-Bone's the
Yeah.
one that's right outside there. And but some players are starting to catch up to him. He had a huge lead on the next closest, like 11th place player was like way
T-Bone.
behind. But that player is now, I
Come
think, in the
on.
80,000 points. And so
One more week.
slowly creeping towards him. T-Bone will have to get a few wins to stay in that top 10. But Twins news. I would love to move on to some Twins news as you guys
Absolutely.
are moving on to a game number 5 of Vikings Bingo. But they finished their season 77-84. But it doesn't mean MLB is done because the 22 World Series are beginning on Friday, October 28th, and will be ending on Saturday, November 5th. Should be some really, really fun stuff to see some of those top teams compete in the World Series.
Absolutely. Who do you think is going to win overall?
Ooh, I mean, you're asking the wrong guy. I don't follow enough baseball. I follow Twins baseball, and that's about it for my baseball like team knowledge.
Well, who's going to the World Series? Is it like...
I'll have to look that up as
Yeah,
well.
I would like to know that. We'll take a peek, and in just about 2 minutes, you guys are going to be getting enrolled in a game number 4, where we have over $7,200 in total prizes. So make sure you grab your friends, get your cards, and get enrolled. But we are going to be taking a peek at what is happening with the World Series. Okay.
Yes, and
This is kind of like...
Yeah, this looks like the 2022. Is there a bunch of games that have already been played in the World Series? No, it said it starts October.
Interesting. Maybe those are just predictions.
This is the postseason schedule. Maybe not the World Series. Okay,
Yeah.
it's still deciding the World Series, I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
And so we don't know who's all going to be in the World Series yet. That's my guess right there.
Mm-hmm.
But don't follow enough baseball to know that maybe you guys can get a few more answers on that during the happy hour broadcast as we get a few more baseball fans on there, as John and Will both know more about baseball than I do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so it should be a better conversation with them. But you guys can get a little bit of MLB action right on your iPads by playing the great Twins themed game, Twins Win. You guys can even check out the Home Run Derby bonus round, where if you pick out the correct batter, you'll be taking home some Grand Slam prizes.
Absolutely. Guys, definitely go check that out and shoot our Twins over a little bit of extra luck by playing it. It's definitely a fun one. But every single day from 12 to 1, whether you're playing our Twins bingo half the year or what you're playing right now, our Vikings bingo this other half, you guys are taking home points towards the Twiking zone, and you guys get to compete against each other for these top 10s.
Yeah, it's super fun, and our top 10s on the player side sit like this. In 10th place, we got T-Bone. We already talked about him over at Poppers. Has 99,000 points, trying to get into that 100,000 point club. 9th place is Red over at American Legion Fridley with 104,000 points. With 105,000 points in 8th place, we got Kirby over at VFW Blaine. 7th place is Caribou over at Cooper's Restaurant with 122,000 points. With 139,000 points in 6th place, we got Tez over at Poppers. 5th place is Loser Dave over at VFW Spring Lake Park with 202,000 points. We've seen Super Dave, we've seen Boozer Dave, but no Loser Dave out there getting wins today. 4th place is Sin Bob over at Corky's Bar South Haven with 203,000 points. Recently getting bumped out of 2nd place, now in 3rd. We got Nan at Corky's Bar South Haven with 219,000 points. Now we've seen 2 wins for Nan already in this lunchtime. But in 2nd place, a player who's gotten at least 1 win during this lunchtime as well, but is trying to hold on to 2nd place. It's Scrub Eye at VFW Blaine with 220,000 points. Definitely a close race right now between Nan and Scrub Eye, as there's only 1,000 points separating them heading into today, and I think it might be tied after a few wins from Nan. But in 1st place, we got Mikey Wins over at American Legion Brooklyn Center with 275,000 points, trying to get into that 300,000 point club and shooting up there fast.
Absolutely. We got Kitty at VFW Spring Lake Park and Greg over at Holdingford Municipal Liquor, Yo-Yo over at Halfley's Bar, Boozer Dave at VFW Spring Lake Park, all splitting up that $8 line prize. Nicely done to all of our winners. We got $8 on that large M and $7,270 on that jackpot with Sushi, Yo-Yo, and Sammy 3 balls away.
Yeah, that does seem like a very emphatic sushi right there.
I know, it makes me want some.
Oh, yeah, you haven't had sushi in a little bit, so I know you've been talking about it for a while now.
I did get some last week, but it was not very good.
So you need some good sushi.
I need some good sushi
to fill the craving.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah, but we do have the location side
soon.
of our lunchtime bingo standings, what you guys are earning points for, and you guys are also earning points for the locations that you're at, trying to get them into the top 10s as well.
Absolutely, but the location's already in the point club. In 10th place, we got Halfley's Bar in Richmond with 111,000 points. With 123,000 in 9th place, we got Miniger Sports Hub in La Crescent. 8th place is Steve-O's in Crystal with 132,000. Then with 138,000 in 7th place, it's Carboni's Pizza CR Billiards in Coon Rapids. 5th place, though, getting just forming a tie. It is our place on 3rd and Fairboat, tying it up with VFW Blaine, both in 5th place, both with 246,000 points. Then in 4th place, we got Poppers over in Virginia with 361,000 points. 3rd place is Corky's Bar South Haven with 412,000. But before I go into our top 2, we got some winners.
Scoot over at G. Allen's in Sartell's taking home that $8 large M, and then that coverall, big win for this player. Scrub Eye over at American Legion Fridley taking home $13 on that coverall. Good job to all the winners in this game. Now we are about to get enrolled into a game number 6 of Vikings Bingo. Make sure you guys are getting enrolled, press and play, as that jackpot's continuing to grow in this game.
Absolutely, but our top 2 locations sit in 2nd place with American Legion Fridley with 473,000, and then in a league of their own with over over 100,000 points separating them. In first place is VFW Spring Lake Park with 582,000 points.
Definitely some great stuff there between those two standings, players and location in the Toy King Zone. Should be some fun stuff to continue on as this season 12 is in the back half. Should be coming to a close relatively soon. But on to our E-Tabs. We have a lot of great E-Tabs. We talked a little bit about our newest E-Tab game, Bounty Hunter, and the E-Tab game themed after our twins, Twins Win. But our highlight E-Tab for this broadcast is going to be House on Haunted Hill.
All right.
That's going to be my selection. Following with the Halloween theme, we got Halloween coming just around the corner. So I'm going to be highlighting Halloween games all week
Absolutely.
long.
I mean, it even has Vincent Price himself as a character on House on Haunted Hill, the creator and horror legend of the original movie from the 70s, 60s?
I don't remember when that
50s?
Original movie ended up coming out.
Yeah, I'm not too sure either.
Yeah, it's super fun. We got themes from a bunch of different movies, games, everything you could ask for is right there on those E-Tabs. And to be exact, we have over 70 different Charitable E-Tab games.
1959.
So 50s. That's crazy. But you can play those E-Tab games anytime and win huge prizes up to $1,500. All games have small bets between 50 cents and $5 with awesome bonus and free play rounds you'll definitely want to play. Yeah, that's crazy that was a 1959 and it's just so good. Like,
Absolutely.
it's one of the best older movies I've watched. Definitely awesome stuff there.
I love anything that has Vincent Price in it. He was like one of the first actors that got me into watching horror.
Really? Really?
Yeah, because a family friend of mine.
Is he horror or is he more just like, would that be considered horror?
Yeah, he's the original horror like master. He was in the original House of Wax. He was in the House on Haunted Hill.
Is House on Haunted Hill a horror movie or is
Yeah.
it just like a spooky like?
It's considered horror, but since it's in the 50s, it's definitely not what we would call horror today.
Well, yeah, like would it fall if it came out, got released today? What genre would it be put in?
Suspense.
Suspense. That's what I was thinking. Like
It's kind of like a case of whodunit. It's almost like a game of Clue that they're playing, and
Yeah.
like then you see like since it's all in black and white, it's hard to say that it's horror because it's kind of like how Disney got away with rating the werewolf, the Halloween special of PG.
Yes.
But there's a woman who gets terrorized by blood coming through the ceiling, and
Yes.
there's like things of that sort that would be considered horror, but with what we have today, it's just a
It would
little
be more
outdated.
thriller. Would be more.
Yeah,
would
more
be-
suspense and psychological.
Yeah, psychological thriller kind of dealio. Okay, yeah, that definitely sounds right. He definitely, but he introduced it and was probably the farthest into the horror genre during his time that was out there because you didn't see a lot of horror movies in the 50s.
One of my family friends, a man named Creepy Clyde, he was the one who originally introduced me to Vincent Price, like in all of his films at a young
and you actually got to be in one of his kids.
Yeah.
He made like a little
a
film.
scary movie called House on Haunted Hill, and it was kind of a homage to Vincent Price, and he had a bunch of little clips and stuff, and I happened to be in one of them.
Yeah, you and your brother, both when
Did I
you
ever
guys
show
are
you
both
it
really,
yet?
really little. I haven't seen the movie. I have seen the clip. I've
me?
seen a picture of the clip of you guys sitting at the campfire. Whatever. I don't know how big of that is.
It's very minuscule.
Part of the movie, but that's the
Very
only part I
minuscule.
know of you in the movie.
Yeah, so we have Lucky Tim at Lakefront Bar, though, taking home $8 on that line prize. We have $8 on that large M and $7,312 on the jackpot.
Yeah, so I got my own Halloween movie star right here next to me. Definitely some awesome stuff there. But we do have some awesome music history to get into. And in 1979, after a series of renovations, New York's legendary venue, Radio City Music Hall, reopens with the showing its first film, Disney's Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs.
I want to go to Radio City Music Hall so bad. This is where the Rockettes perform.
Oh, really? That's awesome.
They put on amazing things. And at Christmas time, that's when I want to go. I want to go to a Christmas show at the Radio City
What do
Music
they
Hall.
show? What's their famous show for Christmas time? Do they have?
Rockettes.
It's the Rockettes.
They have Rockettes. They have different musical groups come. They've had the Cirque de Christmas come. They've had a whole bunch. And I actually just found out something really cool, that there's an app that you can download while you're in New York. And for $50 to $49 to $59, you can get day or weekday shows to Broadway.
That's
for $59 maximum.
That's awesome.
That is insane to me, and so I think that's very cool.
That'd be cool to be able to take a trip and see that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
We do have a Lucky Lover over at our place on 3rd, taking home an $8 large M. Now we're working on that $7 jackpot. As players are, it doesn't look like they're in line, but I never like to trust the rolling screen. Let's see if it goes out. No, we are moving on to a must-go prize of $12 on this one. A good job to both of our winners. Hopefully, we see a must-go go out pretty soon.
Absolutely. And on the app as well, they just give you a couple of the lists, and you get to select ones that you do not want to see, and they pick the show for you.
That's so cool.
So you get surprised with different shows each time you go.
That's really awesome stuff. Definitely some cool stuff. I mean, after renovations, Radio City Music Hall, legendary venue, reopened with a great showing of Disney's Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs.
We have Mad Dog over at Boudreaux's Bar 2, getting to take home that $12 must-go prize. Nicely done to Lucky Tim, Lucky Lover, and Mad Dog. All of our winners in this game number 6. We're about to be enrolled in a game number 7 now.
Oh, yeah. Well, I have, I just want to bring this up because I got thrown, someone threw this theory out to me.
Okay.
And it's a Disney show theory, you know, because
Okay.
there's always a bunch of show theories about Disney. But Frozen, you know the movie Frozen.
Yes.
You know the main villain who is supposed to be married to, what's her name?
Anna.
To Anna, the redhead
Yes.
girl. And this guy's convinced that the trolls in the movie are actually evil and that he was never evil and they changed his memories because they can manipulate memories. You see it happen in
so that she falls in love with Sven instead.
and they wanted Sven to become the new ruler of the kingdom. And so they changed his memories, made him evil because he never showed any signs of being evil kind of thing. And
well,
then
he did eventually.
and then at the very end, he shows, like, he even does, like, what they pointed out, like, the Disney sigh, when, like, everybody's in love, like Aladdin when he's in love, like, any of they Disney sigh at the, like, character, and he Disney sighs at Anna in the movie, and so I was like, okay, like, that's, I guess, a big moment. That's what he was saying was a big moment, because
Yeah.
everybody Disney does
Yeah, but he
that.
locks her in a room to freeze.
Yes, but that's the post being brainwashed by because he leaves to go and save them and everything like that.
Oh,
and
so
while
you think that the trolls made him evil himself?
Yes, like the trolls brainwashed him into being evil so they could get the other guy into being king.
I like it.
I like the theory. I think it
That's
was
fun.
because, like, if he just wanted to take over the kingdom, he would have just left him up on the mountain. He would have never
Yeah.
went to save him.
Mm-hmm.
And so he just, he went up to save him. He came back a little different. I'm
That's
just gonna say.
funny.
So
No.
I like the theory, but it was fun. And just speaking of Disney movies, made me think of it.
Absolutely. Well, next up on music stuff that happened in this day in history. In 2008, on this day, Adele is the musical guest on Saturday Night Live. She performed Cold Shoulder as well as Chasing Pavements. Sarah Palin is also on the show, which leads to a huge audience and a lot of exposure for Adele, giving her a big boost in America.
Yeah, definitely some cool stuff. Adele became absolutely
Chasing
massive.
Pavements is my favorite Adele song of all
Is
time.
it? I mean, that was the one you said that you would turn on every time on MTV,
it was
right?
it was the first song I ever heard on MTV.
Oh, and you were like,
Ever.
I love this channel.
I cried. I cried. I was like 8 to 9 years old, and I was 9 years old in 2008.
Uh-huh.
And I remember on my little pink princess TV,
Yes.
I accidentally flipped because on Comcast it was like 56, 57, 58.
And then it would flip up
And
to
then
the large
and then
numbers.
it goes 60 was MTV.
Okay.
And so my 3 was Disney, Cartoon Network, and Teen Nickelodeon.
Yes.
They were all right in a row, but one up was MTV. And so I accidentally went to it, and she was performing Chasing Pavements, and I was like in love.
And you've been an Adele fan ever since.
I have. She's an amazing, amazing performer and singer.
One of the best singers I've ever
Ever.
heard. Yeah,
Ever.
really, really cool stuff. Has the kind of vocals to be in opera kind
Yeah.
of thing, but also has the ability to just sing so well as well.
She's just very, very talented.
Yeah, definitely a cool one in history as Adele got her big push into America on today in music history. But we do have a big PGL night happening tonight, and so if you guys would like to earn points tonight or just get access to insider information just about Pilot games anytime, you guys got to be signed up at pgl.world and become a member of our league. It's really awesome. We also like to highlight those players and send a little bit of luck to them.
We got Susie Q at Broadway Pizza Gumby over at Municipal Liquor, Nan over at Corky's Bar Southaven, and Yizzle68 all splitting up that $9 line prize. Nicely done to all of our winners.
Yeah, now working on a $9 large M. But players that just got signed up at PGL.World are Blue Frog 12, Pinkfly 123, Fred Trisha, BJ Palumbo, Andrew Scar, Sparky File, Gina 1440, B Sant 34, Midnight, Kate, Shaw M, JLP, and Peterson 27. Awesome stuff seeing all you guys getting signed up, and hopefully we can see you creep in to these PGL top 10s.
That's right, but the players that have already been competing all season 12 long so far sit out in 10th place with Panda over at the roadside with 654,000 points. 9th place is Keith over at Billy's Rockford with 710,000 points. With 750,000 in 8th place, we got Sarah Honey playing at VFW Austin. 7th place is Nixon playing at VFW Roseville, sitting with 760,000. Then with 789,000 in 6th place, we got Chapster playing at Moe's. 5th place is Brizo playing at Underground Bar and Grill with 791,000. With 827,000 in 4th place, it's Bergar playing at Southtown Lanes. 3rd place is Sloppy at Malone's Bar and Grill with 843,000. 2nd place is Devoided at the Roadside with 853,000. And in 1st place, in a league of their own, it is Forget UD playing at VFW Austin with 1,233,000.
Yeah, we do have a winner on our large M, though. Before I get into the location side of those PGL standings, it's Tez over at Poppers in Virginia taking home $9. And also, before I get into that location side of the standings, we're about to give out that coverall.
And there it is, Bobby over at the Firehouse Grill and Big Rig 18 over at Woody's Bar and Grill. I couldn't read that for a sec. They're both splitting up that $14 must-go prize. Nicely done to all of our winners in this game number 7. We're about to get enrolled in a game number 8.
Yeah, but on to the location side of these standings. In 10th place, previously in 9th, we got Cabin Bar Nicolette with 2,144,000 points. With 2,218,000 points in 9th place, moving up from 10th just last Wednesday, we got Corner Bar and Grill Winstead. 8th place, previously in 7th, we got VFW Austin with 229,000 points. With 2,280,000 points in 7th place, previously in 6th, we got the Friendly Buffalo and Big Lake. Moving up from 8th all the way to 6th place, we got LJ's in Miltona with 2,254,000 points. With 2,256,000 points in 5th place, we got Corner Pocket and Rice. 4th place is the Mabel Liquor Store with 2,613,000 points. With 2,751,000 points in 3rd place, previously in 2nd, we got VFW Northfield. Moving up from 3rd into 2nd, we got Poppers in Virginia with 2,975,000 points. And with 3,675,000 points in 1st place, we got Howie Sports Bar and Grill in St. Cloud.
And we have some wild news to get into with you guys, as you have just under 2 minutes to get enrolled in this game number 7. And as it sits right now, the Wild are 0-3-0.
Yeah, not what we wanted to see. And last night's game was definitely not what we wanted to see. Mikko Ratanen scored a go-ahead goal midway through the 2nd period. And Nathan McKinnon and Valerie do you know how to say that? Nishushkin. Each had a goal and 2 assists for the Avalanche, who beat Minnesota 6-3 on Monday night to keep the Wild winless. Not what we wanted to see. And after allowing 14 goals over the first 2 games, the most in any such stretch in franchise history. I mean, we are a very well-known defensive team. We always have good defensive squads out there. The Wild badly needed every skater to sharpen their play and improve their decision-making on the defensive zone. Facing a defending Stanley Cup champion, Avalanche was far from the ideal scenario for this test. It was on the goalie. It was on the defense. It was on the forwards. It's on the coaches. It's on all of us, Wild coach Dean Evanson said. We're giving up way too many goals. Yeah, I mean, it's 14 points. I mean, over the first 3 games, we've given up 20 goals. 20 goals in the 3 games.
Are we rotating goalies right now between Marc-Andre Fleury and anyone else?
I think we are switching up goalies. And trying out different people, but I was
gonna say that's not like That's not the typical reports you hear about Marc-Andre Fleury.
No, you really
Not
don't.
by any means.
Yeah, let's see who was between the pipes for our Wild. It was Philip Gustafsson. Yes. So he looks like he was between the pipes for him just last night. But
well, maybe he shouldn't be.
I mean, it looks like it's just a whole team thing.
Yeah.
Marc-Andre Fleury played half the game game prior. He had what it looked to be 4 goals scored on him before getting pulled for Philip Gustafsson. And so 7 goals against them, had 4 goals against them in the beginning portions of that game against the LA Knights. It seems like it was less about Philip Gustafsson and more about Marc-Andre Fleury not playing great goalie play.
Yeah.
But I think it's also a fact that we are not playing good defense. We're giving them a bunch of great shots at the goal and not doing what we need to do.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, hopefully they can kind of get things on the right and narrow, as they do have a game coming up this Thursday against the Canucks. They're going to be happening at about 7 o'clock p.m. for you guys that Thursday. And if you guys want to show your support in the meantime, you can check out our ETAB game that we've teamed up with them for called Let's Go Wild. You can even check out that Slapshot bonus round to take home some huge prizes. We do have MJ23 over at VFW Crystal taking home $8 on that line prize. We have $8 on that large M and $7,403 on that jackpot.
Yeah, hopefully we can give out that prize.
Were you wondering what a Canuck was?
Yes, I had to figure it out.
It reminds me of Canuckles.
Apparently, it's actually like supposed to be like a offensive term to use towards Canadians.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, I don't think it's like very offensive, but I think it's like
a derogatory term.
Yeah, it's not it hasn't always been like the nicest of term, I'm guessing.
Interesting.
Yeah.
See, it just reminds me of Captain Canuckles.
From Captain Flapjack. That's a weird one.
It is a weird one.
Yeah, that's one of those shows that I watched probably like 3 episodes of, and it sticks in my brain more than most shows do.
Because it feels like almost like a fever dream.
It was such a weird one.
Doesn't feel like it should be a children's show.
No, it shouldn't have been allowed. We do have a fish report to get into, as we're talking about the Twin City Trout Unlimited, done by Explore Minnesota on October 14th. The Twin City Trout Unlimited Oktoberfish will take place the evening of October 25th.
That's funny.
Oktoberfish?
Yeah, instead of Oktoberfest.
Yes, it's Oktoberfish. It's at the Summit Brewery Rathskeller in St. Paul, and space is still available. Members and non-members will enjoy beer, food trucks, socializing, and a virtual presentation by Josh Jenkins, RD Manager of Scientific Anglers. Proceed benefit Trout Unlimited Youth Education and Outreach.
We do have sushi over at Carboni's Pizzeria and Pub, taking home that $8 large M. And we have Bobby as well as Gumby, both splitting up that $13 Musco prize. Nicely done to all of our winners in this game number 8. We're about to be enrolled in a game number 9 now.
Yeah, it should be some really, really great stuff.
This seems like something I want to go to.
Yeah, it seems like a lot of fun.
That seems like a really great time. So if you guys want to check that out, definitely do so and kind of reserve your spot. It seems like it's going to be a blast.
Oh, yeah. We do have a little reminder for you guys as we are coming into the last few games of this broadcast. If you guys take home this Vikings bingo jackpot, we'd love to see a player picture of it. Now, we'd love to see every jackpot that goes out. We'd love to see a photo in return. But we also just like seeing photos of you playing with your friends, your favorite bartender, just you having a good time playing Pilot games, maybe even with your favorite ETAB game. We love seeing those. You could share those by messaging us on Facebook, posting them onto any of your social media with the hashtag Pilot Games, or by emailing them to us at jackpots@pilotgames.com.
Absolutely, and we can highlight a very awesome player picture for you guys right now. Whether you guys send them in and we put them up on the enrolling screen, or this one right here, $23,632 going out. Nicely done. That is a great player picture, so make sure you guys send in all of them our way. We love highlighting them. As you can see, we have a couple of them just right next to Ian.
Yeah, a bunch of them. We love showing them off the entire time we are playing these games, whether we're hosted or non-hosted. They always appear during this enrolling screen, so definitely send those things in.
Absolutely. But we are going to be checking in with our Vikings to kind of see what's happening with their news, as they are 5-1 right now. And there's 4 things that really stuck out over the Vikings win over Miami. That first one being that Justin Jefferson, the offensive lone bright spot.
Yeah, he was on the offensive side of the ball. He was really the only bright spot. I
Yeah.
don't know. If we didn't have Justin Jefferson, I would be surprised if we moved the ball at all offensively. It was not what we wanted to see for an offensive showcase. But Justin Jefferson, he looks like he always has, one of the best wide receivers in the entire league. And he continues to prove it, and that's why he leads the league in receiving yards and continues to build on that lead. Really awesome stuff for Justin Jefferson, but I hope to see some more of those. We want some more stars on there.
Oh, absolutely.
And we finally got to see a little bit more out of Dalvin Cook last game, and we're hoping to just see a little bit more from him each game.
Absolutely. That second thing they were looking at is that pass rush finally showed up.
Yeah, we had a young quarterback that we were going up against, and so it was a necessity. We had to get that young quarterback under pressure so that he would make mistakes, wouldn't be able to play a great game against us. And so we were getting after him all game long. They had some great pocket movement from there, evading the pass rush. It was some of the best pocket movement I'd seen from a young quarterback in a long time.
That's awesome.
Especially for a
Good for them.
third-string young quarterback was really, really good
I was
stuff.
going to say, do you know when Tua's going to be playing again?
He's still got a few more weeks, but Teddy Bridgewater was back in the game.
Is he?
Yeah, because
Okay.
because their third-string quarterback went down with an injury, and so then Teddy had to come back in. They're just injury-riddled at that quarterback position
tough season right now.
Yeah, it's definitely been a rotating door for those
Starting
quarterbacks at the Miami Dolphins. But our pass rush, it looked really good. They were able to avoid the pass rush a lot, but just the fact that we were there in the quarterback's face for a majority of those throws was really good stuff for us. And the other thing is, when you get the pressure on those guys, they can't sit there, wait in the pocket, and wait for Tyreek Hill or Jalen Waddle, who are two of the fastest players in the league, to get out there deep, and definitely benefited our DBs a lot that game.
Well, they were also looking at the 10 of 14 drives that lasted only 3 plays, as well as the Vikings being able to run away in the NFC North.
Yeah, one of them a positive, one of them a negative. 10 drives, only lasting 3 plays. Not what we want to see. 4 of those drives went on decent drives. We scored on most of those drives during that game. We need to see just more consistent play, being able to put together a few more drives, get better field positioning, so we can even put our defense in a better position as well.
That's right, but we got Lucky Lever over at our place on third, taking home this $9 line prize, as well as we have a $9 large M and a $7,450 jackpot in this game number 9.
Oh, yeah, and then you talked about Vikings run away with the NFC North. I mean, it's great. We have a bunch of issues with our team. We have a lot of places to improve, and we keep on winning games. And so if we can get to our peak playing ability by the end of this season, we're already looking in really like we have a really good opportunity to get a nice placement in the playoffs, being at 5-1. And right now we have a 2-game lead on the NFC North, so it seems like we are the heavy favorites to win this division.
All right, well, that is what I like to see. They do have a game coming up this Sunday.
No, next Sunday.
Next Sunday, October 30th, the day before Halloween, and they're going to be going up against those Cardinals at 12 p.m. for you guys.
Should be some really awesome stuff. You guys can fill out the sports link for that, pick out some random random squares, and see if you can earn some PGL points on that Player Connect app. But you guys can also take home some great prizes in our Vikings Victory E-Tab game. It's themed after our Minnesota Vikings, and you can even check out the Skull bonus to see if you can win some big prizes.
We do have Dale B88 and MJ23. They're both splitting up that $9 line, our large M, and we have 2 balls to go before moving past this jackpot.
Does go out right here. It doesn't look like it. We'll be moving on to a $14 must-go prize. And as we move on, we got some celebrity birthdays to talk about.
That's right. In 1926, Chuck Berry was born, the American rock and roll guitarist and singer-songwriter known for Rock Over Beethoven and Sweet Little 16.
Next up, born in 1925, we got George C. Scott, an American actor and director, was a part of Patton as well as Dr. Strangelove.
All right. Very cool. Next up in 1935, we have Peter Boyle. He is the American actor known for Joe, Candidate, and Everybody Loves Raymond.
Definitely some great stuff there. We do have a winner on that cover as Bobby over at Firehouse Grill is taking home that $14 must-go coverall prize. Good job to all the winners in this game number 9 of Vikings Bingo, as we're getting enrolled into the final game of Vikings Bingo. Definitely get enrolled and try and win that great over, was it $7,000? Has it got over $8,000 yet?
Not yet.
Okay, $7,000 jackpot. Make sure you're getting enrolled and press and play. But you just talked about Peter Boyle, so then I will talk about Dawn Wells, born in 1938, an American actress who was in Gilligan's Island as Mary Ann.
Very cool.
The original Gilligan.
Yeah, I figured.
Yeah, Gilligan's Island.
She was born in 1938.
Yeah, you don't know. She could be a longtime actress. You know, like, was it when was Robert De Niro born?
Dawn Wells she is about the age of my grandpa. She is 85 or something like that. Robert De Niro, I'm not too sure how old he is though. He's 79.
Okay, yeah, he's 1943.
Yeah, he's younger.
So he's definitely younger, but not like only 4 years younger than 8 years. I mean, 5 years younger than Dawn Wells. So it wouldn't be ridiculous for her to be in the Jack Black Gilligan's Island, but definitely would be a little bit more
Jack
surprising.
Black's is Gulliver's Travels. There's not a remake of Gilligan's Island.
That's it. I'm getting it mixed up with Gulliver's Travels.
Yeah, Gilligan's Island is its own thing from a long time ago.
That is so funny. I've always gotten those mixed up.
That's really
whenever
funny.
anyone references Gilligan's Island, I think of Gulliver's Travels. That is hilarious. Well, happy birthday, Dawn Wells.
Absolutely. Next up in 1939, we got Mike Ditka. He's the American NFL coach and tight end. He played for the Bears, Cowboys. He was the NFL Rookie of the Year in 1961.
Yeah, more famously as a coach than a player, and is iconic for coaching those really good Bear teams with Walter Payton. And, everyone talks about Mike Ditka.
Yeah.
And
you can also check him out in Kicking and Screaming.
Is he in Kicking and Screaming?
Isn't that who he plays?
I think he is.
I think he plays
He appears in movies. He does.
Yeah, I think he's the coach in Kicking and Screaming.
That wouldn't surprise me. He's got a nice mustache.
Yeah, that's definitely him.
Yeah. I want to see what other movies.
That's him.
What other movies he's been in.
Yeah, I'm not too sure.
Okay, yeah, he's in Kicking and Screaming, Brian's Song, Run, Ricky Run. Oh, a bunch of football ones as well.
Gridiron Heroes.
Secret Lives of Dorks. That seems like a weird one that he's a part of.
Interesting.
But yeah,
Well,
Kicking and
happy
Screaming,
birthday.
definitely the biggest one. But outside of the NFL. But next up, born in 1946, we got Howard Shore, a Canadian television and film composer who did the Lord of the Ring trilogy, as well as the first musical director of Saturday Night Live.
That's really cool.
That's a big duo to be a composer for.
Very cool. Happy birthday, Howard. Next up in 1952, we got Chuck Lorre. He's the American television director, writer, and producer. He did Dharma and Greg, as well as 2.5 Men and The Big Bang Theory.
Wow, owned the 2000s reality TV show. Not reality TV show. I don't even know what to call those shows.
I'm not sure what you're talking
Like
about.
Big Bang Theory and 2.5 Men. Like
Sitcoms.
Yeah, sitcoms.
Two of the biggest sitcoms.
Two of the biggest 2000s sitcoms to go out there. Awesome stuff. Next up, born in 1956, we got Martina Navratilov, a Czech American tennis player who had 18 Grand Slam single titles.
Marina oh my goodness, now I'm not going to be
Natraluv. We do have sushi over at Carboni's Pizzeria and Pub, Oak Park Heights, taking home that $10 line prize. Now we're working on a $10 large M.
Navratilova.
Okay. Next up, born in 1958, we got Thomas Hearns, an American boxer and the first to win the world titles in 5 weight divisions.
Very cool. Next up in 1960, we have Jean-Claude Van Damme himself. He is the Belgium actor. He was in Double Impact, Kickboxer, No Retreat, and he also had an appearance on Friends.
Yeah, he is more known to me by his name than
anything else.
Any of the works he's ever been a part of.
Yeah.
Happy birthday, Jean-Claude Van Damme. Next up, born in 1961, we got Wynton Marsalis, a American 9-time Grammy award-winning jazz and classic trumpeter, won the Pulitzer Prize for Blood on the Fields, as well as jazz at Lincoln Center Orchestra.
That is really cool.
Yeah, definitely some really big ones.
While playing jazz at the Lincoln Center Orchestra.
Oh, yeah, he was playing jazz there.
And our final celebrity birthday in 1987, we have Zac Efron, the American actor. He was in 17 again. He's also known for being a singer in a High School Musical, as well as The Greatest Showman.
The Greatest Showman might be my favorite work of his.
I think it is mine as well.
Yeah, I think he did just a really, really good. Outside of my nostalgia for High School Musical.
I think 17 again is pretty close up there for one of my favorites of him, just because I find it funny and I like him in it. But I don't know. The Greatest Showman is the best movie of all time that he's been in.
It's the best one where I like Zac Efron the most. The other two, 17 again, I don't like as much as The Greatest Showman. But High School Musical, I like more than The Greatest Showman. But I like Zac Efron in The Greatest Showman more than I like
Yeah.
Mike,
High School Musical.
High
or-
School Musical, Zac Efron.
We do have Lucky Tim at Lakefront Bar taking home that large M of $10. And we got Scoot over at G. Allen's taking home the final jackpot in this Vikings bingo. $15 on that must-go going out to you. But before we let you guys loose to play some game day bingo, we want to talk about Julie Y. She took home the largest jackpot this past weekend playing over at the Rockin' A, taking home $46,954. While she plays at the Rocking A, as well as all the other players at that location, they support the Night Rider Snowmobile Club. Their mission is to promote lawful and safe practice of our sport no matter where you ride. We hope our dedication to the sport of snowmobiling influences others to act responsibly and join a snowmobile club.
Yeah, definitely some awesome stuff there. And just a reminder that wherever you guys are playing at, you guys are helping out the community of Minnesota. And remember, when you play Pilot games, your community wins.
Have a good one.
Our mission is to serve the community. Pilot Games has given us the opportunity to provide those resources and so forth that we need to our schools, to our fire department, to our library, to organizations that help the hungry. All of those are all made possible by the Pilot Games organization.
There it is. 53 balls.